Listen, I know what you're thinking. Your dog pees on the carpet, and you've probably convinced yourself that he's just stubborn, or that he doesn't care about your rules, or maybe even that he's broken somehow. But here's the truth that nobody tells you. Your dog is screaming at you before he pees. He's literally giving you a countdown, a warning system that's been built into his body since birth. The problem isn't your dog. The problem is that you've never been taught to read the signs. Most dog owners miss these signals completely because they're looking for the obvious stuff, the whining, the pacing, the scratching at the door. But the real tells? They're invisible. They happen in the first 3 to 5 seconds before your dog even realizes he needs to go. And if you can spot these 3 invisible signs, you'll never have another accident on your carpet again. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what to look for, and I promise you, once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Your dog has been trying to tell you all along. You just didn't know the language. The first invisible sign happens in the paws. I call it the Paw Shuffle, and once you see it, you'll catch it every single time. Here's what happens. About 3 to 5 seconds before your dog needs to pee, his front paws start doing this subtle, almost imperceptible shuffle. It's not a full pace. It's more like he's shifting his weight from one paw to the other, like he's standing on hot coals. Most owners miss this because they're looking for big, obvious movements, but this shuffle is the tell. His bladder is sending signals to his nervous system, and his body is responding before his brain even registers that he needs to go. The paws are literally the first thing to react. What's crazy is that this happens in every dog, regardless of breed, age, or size. A Chihuahua does it, a German Shepherd does it, a Golden Retriever does it. And here's the good news. Once you understand this mechanism, you can interrupt the cycle before it happens. But there's a catch. You have to be watching for it, and you have to know exactly where to look. Most people are looking at the dog's face or his tail, but the real action is happening down there in the paws. And that's just the first sign. There are 2 more that are even more revealing. The second invisible sign is what I call the Sniff Pattern, and this one is absolutely fascinating because it reveals exactly what's happening inside your dog's body. Right before your dog needs to pee, his sniffing behavior changes dramatically. Instead of the normal, relaxed sniffing you see when he's exploring, his sniffs become rapid, shallow, and almost frantic. He's literally scanning the ground for the perfect spot, and his nose is working overtime because his bladder is sending urgent signals to his brain. What most owners don't realize is that this sniffing pattern is involuntary. Your dog can't control it. It's a biological response like when you get goosebumps when you're cold. The pattern usually lasts about 5 to 10 seconds, and if you're paying attention, you'll see it happen every single time before an accident. Here's the thing. Once you understand this mechanism, you realize that your dog isn't being stubborn or defiant. He's literally screaming for help in the only language he knows. And the good news is that there's a proven way to interrupt this cycle before it happens. But you have to catch it at exactly the right moment, and that's where most owners fail. They see the sniffing, but they don't understand what it means, so they miss the window. But there's one more sign that's even more critical than the first 2, and once you see it, everything changes. The third and final invisible sign is what I call the body tension, and this one is the most critical because it's the last warning before your dog loses control. Right before your dog needs to pee, his entire body goes rigid. His muscles tense up, his posture changes, and there's this almost imperceptible stiffness that runs through his spine. It's like his body is bracing for impact, preparing for what's about to happen. Most owners completely miss this because they're not trained to see it. They're looking for obvious signs like whining or scratching, but the body tension is subtle. It's a full body response that lasts only 2 to 3 seconds. Here's what's happening. Your dog's nervous system is sending a final signal to his brain that the bladder is at capacity. His muscles are literally locking up in preparation for the release. And here's the crazy part. This happens in every single dog, regardless of breed or age. A tiny Pomeranian does it. A massive Great Dane does it. And once you understand this mechanism, you realize that your dog isn't being stubborn or defiant. He's literally screaming for help in the only language he knows. The good news is that there's a proven way to interrupt this cycle before it happens, and the solution is simpler than you think. But most owners never discover it because they don't understand what these 3 signs actually mean. Now here's the thing that most dog trainers won't tell you. The reason you've never been taught to see these signs is because nobody has ever explained the mechanism behind them. Your dog isn't broken. Your dog isn't stubborn. Your dog isn't defiant. What's actually happening is that your dog's nervous system is sending signals that his body can't control. It's involuntary. It's biological. It's the same reason you get goosebumps when you're cold. Your dog can't stop the paw shuffle, the sniff pattern, or the body tension any more than you can stop your heart from beating. The problem is that most dog owners are looking for the wrong signs. They're waiting for the obvious stuff, the whining, the scratching, the pacing, and by the time they see those signs, it's already too late. The window is closed. The accident is about to happen. But here's the good news. Once you understand that these 3 invisible signs are predictable, consistent, and universal across all dogs, you realize that there's a proven way to interrupt the cycle before it happens. And the solution isn't complicated. It's not expensive. It's not time-consuming. In fact, it's simpler than most people think. The real question is, are you ready to learn the exact method that has already transformed the lives of thousands of dog owners just like you? So here's what I want you to do right now. You've learned the 3 invisible signs, the paw shuffle, the sniff pattern, and the body tension. You understand the mechanism. You know that your dog isn't broken, and you know that these signals are predictable and consistent. But understanding is only half the battle. The real transformation happens when you actually apply this knowledge in real time, when you're standing in your living room, and you see that first sign and you know exactly what to do. And that's where most people fail. They know what to look for, but they don't know how to respond. They don't have a system. They don't have a proven method. That's why I created Potty Training in 7 days, a complete system that teaches you not just how to spot these 3 invisible signs, but exactly what to do the moment you see them. This isn't theory. This isn't guesswork. This is a proven method that has already transformed the lives of thousands of dog owners just like you. The link is in the description of this video, and it's also pinned in the first comment. If you're watching on TV, the QR code is appearing on your screen right now. Just scan it, and you'll be taken directly to Potty Training in 7 days. Your dog is waiting for you to learn this language. Don't wait another day.